Hello everyone, welcome back to today's video. Today's video, we are going book shopping. I have been wanting to go to Barnes & Noble for a very long time now. I waited like a month because I knew that the new releases that I really want are coming out late March, early April. I waited and today's the day. Today is the day. The new releases that I would like to get is Starside by Alex Astor. I believe this is starting a new series in her... I don't know if it's the same universe. I actually don't think so, because this one is an adult rated book. So this is starting a new series and I'm excited. I've heard amazing things. A lot of people I know have rated this like 5 stars, or at least close to 5 stars. So I have a good feeling about this book. I think it came out the 31st. It came out the 31st. The next book that I really would love to get is Game On by Nevessa Allen. This book is the 3rd book in Dark Rom-Com series, and I read the first 2 books. Lights Out was a 5 star, or close to at least, and then Caught Up was a 4.75 stars, so clearly I enjoy her books. This is the next book that I need to read and I need to get first. And if you don't know, this series is really good on audio. It's very interactive. Like, I forgot who narrates the books, but he's very popular and he does a fantastic job. Obviously, I do recommend those audiobooks. And the last book that I am aiming to get is Hunt the Villain by Rena Kent. This book released March 24th and I held off. Okay, I held off for 7 days, a whole week, without getting it, because I knew I wanted the other 2 books that I mentioned, and I figured that I should just go at the same time. Makes sense. Less gas. But yeah, this book is the second book in the Villain series by her, and I believe Crave the Villain is the next book, but it's not coming out until like 2027, mid 2027, I think. But yeah, Kiss the Villain was the first book. Loved that book. 4.5 stars. Amazing. Gareth and Carson, yes ma'am. And I know this book, I don't want to say that I know it's going to be a 5 star. I have really high hopes for this book and I've heard amazing things. So that is the last book that I am aiming to get. If I get more, I get more, you know, it is what it is. But okay, ignore my hair. It's way too long now, so it does what it wants to do. Like, this is just goofy. Okay, on that note, okay, swiftly moving on from that topic, how about we just hop in to Barnes & Noble. Okay, welcome back. I have my book haul for us. I only got the 3 books. Yes, I stayed on schedule, only buying the books that I needed. So let's go ahead and go through them. Okay, so the first book is Hunt the Villain by Rena Kent. I did immediately find this book. Actually, I immediately found all of these books. No issue, no problem. This book. I'm so excited. I got the audiobook on Audible, so it's going to be a fantastic experience. The art in here is fabulous. Absolutely gorgeous. I actually just noticed that it said the genre down at the bottom. It doesn't say dark romance, but it does say romance in general. I never noticed that before, but oh well. So this won't actually match. Oh wait, maybe it will. Y'all, I still have not read Sweet Venom yet. Here they are. They are not in the same series. I'm just comparing and contrasting. Kiss the Villain, I have in the Amazon print because it's a whole thing. Barnes & Noble, when I went there to get it, they didn't have it because it was coming out with the deluxe edition and I couldn't wait, so I ordered it on Amazon. But yes, Hunt the Villain. I'll read the back for you just in case you are interested. Reminder, this is the second book in the series. They're kind of interconnected, so you don't have to read the first one or the Legacy of God series, although I recommend reading both Kiss the Villain, the first book in the series, and also the Legacy of God series, because they're both just, absolutely amazing. But let's read the blurb, why don't we? I'm hunting a monster. The first time I met Yulian Dmitriev, I believe. He's brash, chaotic, and a violence junkie. In short, everything I disregard. As heirs to two notorious mafia organizations, we were shoved together in an unorthodox setting. The more I learned about Yulin, the deeper my loathing seeps, until I truly see the person within, and something forbidden sparks between us. But our coexistence is cut short when tragedy strikes. Yulin and I go back to our respective parallel worlds that shouldn't cross, but they do. And once again, I'm dragged into the orbit of a man I shouldn't want. Two men can't be together in our world. But Yulin blows every limit I thought existed until everything is in jeopardy, our hearts included. So I don't really get the two men can't be together in our world because there's multiple books. The main characters and the side characters are together that are two men, but you know what, to each their own, I guess. Hunt the Villain is also an MM, and the next book coming out in this series is also an MM, and I'm looking forward to it. And then the last book coming out in the Viper series, Sweet Venom's last book, is also an MM. And then in the Legacy of Gods, we have God of Fury, my darling, darling God of Fury, which is also an MM. And so that line doesn't really make much sense to me, but sure. Does it mean like, well, I would say two Mafia heirs, but so is like every other MM romance in this world. Anyway, moving on. It doesn't really matter that much, but I have very good feelings about this book and I'm very invested. So, book one. Alright, the next book is Game On by Nevessa Allen. As I told you, this is the third book in the Into Darkness series, and the first two books I very much enjoyed, very much. So, the sprayed edges, gorgeous. So, I believe I actually know nothing about this book, if I'm honest. I just knew that it was coming out, and of course, if I like the first two books, I'm going to like this one, so let's read the back. Enemies to lovers collide in this scorching hot #1 New York Times bestselling dark romance series. This is a text message. I hate that woman. Tyler Newman has spent years looking for his father, planned to destroy him. He'll manipulate whoever he can to exact his revenge, including Stella McCormick. She's everything Tyler hates. Her wealth and privilege have protected her for her entire life, and Tyler thinks it's time she finally paid the price. In a text bubble, I hate that man. Stella might not believe in love at first sight, but loathing at first sight, no question. From the moment Tyler strolls into her tattoo parlor, she knows that he's the devil here to make her life hell. Forced to play the part of his girlfriend and invite him into her family's glittering circles, Stella quickly clocks Tyler's ulterior motives. But love and hate are two sides of the same coin. And soon she doesn't know what's worse, being blackmailed by a man who wants to ruin her, or that they can't keep their hands off each other. Okay, so maybe this will actually be an enemies to lovers. I can't really remember exactly if the other two were enemies to lovers. I know the first one, Josh, he's so funny. I think it was like a hate to love, but like hate only with the FMC. Which I can't remember her name. What is happening? My long-term memory loss is getting really bad. I should probably see someone on that. So basically, that's that. And I really hope that there is actually some really good tension, hopefully. There's like poker chips on the edge of the border of the book. So I wonder if that has anything to do with anything. And then is there a masquerade, maybe? I don't know. It said nothing about that, but gathering by the front, I don't know. Alright, and then our last book that we got today is Starside by Alex Astor. This is a beautiful copy, may I add. It is metallic, so yeah, the camera does not like it. But here she is. Why did it look so close? Anywho, yeah, this is a gorgeous copy. Stencil edges are gorgeous. I love when lightning is on the edge. And then we have a beautiful map and also a foiled edge. They're so pretty. And then we got this like purple, like bright purple, or I guess deep purple is the right way to say that. But Starside, what I've heard is basically it's a adult Lightlark, but probably a little bit better because I've heard amazing things about this, as I said before, and I can't wait. Let's read the back. A quote and then a paragraph on the back, but then there is a blurb on the sleeves, so I'm gonna read the blurb and not the back. Enter the enchanting and deadly world of Starside, where swords have magic and power isn't inherited. It's claimed from #1 Times bestselling author. Hundreds of years ago, a brutal war split a land in two. Starside is the realm of magic and immortals, the descendants of gods living in the power-rich paradise. Stormside is where mortals fight for scraps of that magic. Every 50 years, the gates between them open, and 50 challengers are allowed to journey across Starside on a deadly quest for magic that can heal, grant wealth, and extend life. Everyone has their reasons for entering, but Eris, sure, has only one: vengeance against the gods who killed her family. Winning one of the 50 spots on the quest won't be easy. An orphaned blacksmith's apprentice, Eris doesn't have the superior weapons of the heirs from the great houses. But the deadliest swords, ones that contain power, are not inherited or bought. They are claimed by both sides. And when Eris claims a great sword, it makes her not just a real competitor, but a target. Countless dangers await on Starside. With a blade most would kill to take, Eris can't trust anyone, especially not Harlan Raker, the merciless and mysterious knight who betrayed her years ago, and who may now be the key to her survival. But Eris is hiding a secret tied to her family's death, and when it's revealed, not even the gods will be able to stop what's coming. ... Interesting. So it is a little bit like Lightlark of what I'm hearing. It's like a piece of land versus another piece of land in a challenge kind of thing. Yeah. And then an orphan, basically. Anyway, sounds really good, and it's adult, so I'm more inclined to pick it up rather than I'm So Sorry. Starside by Alex Astor. I still have not picked up Starside, the third book in the Lightlark series, and it's so tiny too. Is it even 400 pages? It's not even 400 pages, and I still haven't picked it up. And also Crown Tide is released now, and I haven't picked that one up either. So as you can tell, not loving the series, but I can tell you I enjoyed Nightbane, the second book in the Lightlark series, more than Lightlark, and Lightlark was like an above average rating for me. So let's hope that this will achieve my expectations, is a good word. I literally sat in silence for so long after that trying to come up with a word. This is our book haul for this video. I don't know if I will have any book hauls like more in the future to come, or at least recent, because kind of everything, I don't know, I have some books for the rest of the year. Obviously, the third book in the Viper series I am really looking forward to, and I think that comes out in June, I believe. And then the rest of the books I can't really think of, if I'm honest. Oh, let me also say I did get God of War. I know I mentioned that in the bookish vlog, and I ended up having to cancel that purchase because something sketchy was going on with all that. Right before I was about to cancel the order, they shipped it out. But was the book? Nowhere to be seen. So I canceled it, and luckily they did refund me all of my money, so I'll take it as a win. And then also I got A Little Life. I don't want to butcher this name, so I'm just not going to say it, but I did get A Little Life. I am terrified of what this book will do to me, but also I really want to be like devastated by this book at the same time. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, but also I know that this covers a lot of triggering topics, and so we will see how I fare with this book, and we'll see if it's like completely tabbed by the end of it. Same with Hunt the Villain. If I enjoy this book, people are saying that this book is like higher than God of Fury. I don't know if that's possible. I really don't know if that's possible, but I'm willing to try, and I'm really excited. And then with this one, we will finish a series, I believe. I believe it's a trilogy. And then this one, we will start a new series. So we got finish the series, start a new series, and then continuing a series. So I call that a win. Yeah, and I just noticed that they all have sprayed edges. Okay, and with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you guys recently went book shopping. That is like a second hobby to me, along with reading is my first. So let me know. Also, would you like any reading vlogs? I know I have not said that in a while, but I do have kind of a reading vlog in progress. I haven't really been like really aiming to read this month, because for this month for me is a very busy month regarding my college stuff, so I'm kind of having to read around all of that, and it's, not gonna lie, it's very stressful. So that takes top priority, obviously. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope you have a very fantastical day. See you guys later. Bye!